welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. And on the first and third Thursday of every month, we do our Lois Oliver Real Estate segment. And joining us from Lois Oliver Real Estate, Theresa Baize. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. It's a beautiful day out there.
That's what they say.
We'll see later how hot it gets.
I know. It's been kind of crazy. And with you from Lois Oliver Real Estate is Holly Orquiz. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And Tina Valdez from First American Bank. Hi.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. Happy it's almost Friday.
This is true. I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if we can get through today, we'll be in good shape. We're going to talk a little bit with Tina about the getting qualified for a home purchase here in just a little bit. And Holly, I think you've got a listing or two that we're going to talk about. But Theresa, I wanted to start with you, and since we started talking about doing this segment, one of the things we really wanted to focus on is how important it is to work with a realtor that's local and knows the community and knows the folks in the community, can really help navigate through the buying and the selling process.
Right. Well, I was thinking back last night. My mom started Lois Oliver. That's who our company's named for, and we've kept it that way. She's had her license. She's now retired. She's 86. She won't like me saying that, but she is. And she got into real estate being the entrepreneur she was back then. And she has, I figured she was back in the late 60s when she got her license. She started with Bob Ferguson.
Okay.
And then decided she wanted to sell on her own. And so in 1985, she finally convinced me to join her. And so I'm telling all these dates, but so I've had my license 37 years. And when she decided to retire, I became a qualifying broker in 2000.
Okay.
And so we've been here. I've been here all my life. So we do know our community. We love our community. Most of my agents have been here. Holly will tell you a little bit about herself, but she's just one of us too. So, and we love our community. We're involved, and we want to help anyone find a home that needs a home or a rental.
Sure. And when you say involved, I mean, your realtors have families, you've got kids in the schools, you, I'm sure, attend
Yes.
PTO meetings and school events. And
I've always encouraged each of them to find your niche, get involved in the community. It is advertising yourself, but it's also becoming an integral part of our community and giving back. We do a lot of giving back.
Sure, absolutely. Holly, tell us your story a little bit. Are you from
How did I end up
Artesia?
here? I'm not from Artesia.
You're not? They let you in?
They let me in. I don't know how, but I got in, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
No, I moved here, oh my goodness, almost 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We moved here when my daughter was 6 days old. So,
Oh, okay.
yes, so I had her out in Arizona where I went to school,
Mm-hmm.
and, relocated here, and I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and I got my license in 2018. And, Theresa was great. I wanted something that I could still be involved with my kids since I had been a stay-at-home mom, but something that allowed me a foundation to build. And I studied architecture in college and in high school. So this was kind of something that went together with that so that I could still do what I loved and be involved with my babies. And
That's cool.
I'm still involved with the schools and all that fun stuff.
So how many children now?
2.
2.
Yes, I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son.
And the 10-year-old goes to...
They both go to Yeso.
They both go to
This is
Yeso.
the only year I'll have them both in the same school.
Okay. Do you know who their teachers are this year?
Of course I do.
She's PTO mom of the
I was
year.
going to say.
My daughter has Miss Brewer
Mm-hmm.
in 5th grade, and my son has Miss Malone in 1st grade.
Okay, fantastic. And they're getting straight A students, perfect
They are
students.
doing great. So far, so good. We're only the first 9 weeks in, but so far they're being pretty solid this year.
So what brought you to Artesia?
When I first moved here, my ex-husband is from here.
Okay.
So he had a great opportunity that allowed me to stay home at that time. And so I moved here for the benefit of our family, and it was a
So how
blessing.
long did it take you to get used to the small town? Because I don't know if you came from a big town or.
I did. I moved here from Phoenix.
Phoenix.
And prior to that, I lived in Albuquerque.
Well, those are big cities.
So, yes, I went from big to very small. It was quite an adjustment.
Yeah.
It took me, I would say, about 2 years to really get, my bearings and start getting out there. It wasn't until my daughter started preschool that I really got out and started meeting the community. And, there's a lot of amazing, wonderful people here.
It can be very strange when people wave at you. And they're just saying hi.
Yeah. Or people would start seeing you places and they're like, I know you. I'm okay.
How?
Well, hi.
Yeah, that is one of the
So-
advantages in living in a small town.
Yes,
so.
everyone gets to learn everybody very quickly.
Yeah. So what do you like about the real estate aspect of things?
Well, I love the flexibility it gives me. It gives me a lot of flexibility to, like I said, be involved with my children and with the schools. I love that I get to meet new people. It's like I have a boss, but you get new bosses every, 45 to 90 days because you're constantly working with different people in different aspects of their lives. Some are moving in, some are moving out, some it's their first time buying a home. Sometimes it's an investment property, and everyone is in such different stages. Sometimes there's people that don't think they can do it and they're scared, and then you get them to the point where they buy something and they're crying and they're so excited, and it can be a stressful process, and sometimes you're a therapist and sometimes you're a friend, and I just love the challenge. Really, I'm a very motivated person, so I'm not afraid of that challenge that it presents, and every house is a different challenge.
Yeah. Well, you kind of touched on it, especially for first-time home buyers or somebody that's never owned a home, is the big banker. How's that going to work? And I know that's why you brought Tina with you. And Tina, how long have you been here in Artesia?
I've been here all my life. I was born and raised here, Bulldog graduate. So, yeah, I've been here, and I've been in banking for about 5.5 years, a little bit over that. And I started as a teller. And then I got pulled into the mortgage, and I absolutely love it. And the friendships I have made and everything, I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So was that your career choice, or did you, coming out of high school, did you think you were going to be in a totally different area?
Yeah, I thought I was going to be in a totally different area. And then, life comes at you in a surprise. And I started as a teller, like I said, and it was not what I planned, but I wouldn't change it for the world, that's for sure.
Yeah. So do you have a family here in town?
I do.
now?
My parents are here. My brothers are here. Cousins, uncles, aunts. Yeah.
Pretty big family, huh?
Pretty big family. I have 5 siblings.
5? Okay.
5 brothers. Only girl.
That had to be interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
So where were you in that
I am
grouping?
second to the last.
Second to the last. So you were not spoiled too badly.
No, I guess you can say not.
Because that's usually what happens with that. So,
Yeah.
Tell us what you do at First American Bank.
I am a mortgage loan originator. I do the mortgage loans. Whenever they have the buyers, they send them over to me, and I get them pre-qualified. Even if you own a home, I can do refinances. But yeah, that's what I do. I love making people happy in their new homes, whether it's investment property or first-time home buyers, anything like that.
Well, let's talk about the pre-qualification
Okay.
process. Probably, what a couple or whoever comes in to get pre-qualified. They've been working with Theresa or Holly here, and they've found a house they'd like to try to make an offer on. What do you need to bring? What information is very helpful to have to get started with the pre-qualification process?
So definitely it is scary, especially if it's your first time buying a home, to, call somebody and be like, okay, I want to buy a house, but I have no idea where to start. And I guess mainly the first part is just reaching out, whether it's by a call, by text, by email, coming into my office, anything like that. And we just go ahead and get started on an application. And what that is it really just, we ask for of course, your name, date of birth, social, but we review your assets, we review your credit history, your employment history, and that's really what we need to get started in order for me to pull credit. And then I go ahead and I determine which program best suits these borrowers. We have so many programs. We have USDA, conventional, first-time home buyers, VA, FHA. So the options are really endless, and I just do whatever fits best. And if you fit into all of them, I give you the options, and then we kind of go over them together to see which program best suits them and what they're more comfortable with, of course, as well. You know, a lot of people do want to stay between a payment, and I can just also go based off of that as well.
Okay. This is what I want to spend.
Yeah.
What do I qualify for as far as
exactly.
financing or in money down and all that?
Yes,
So
sir.
there's a lot of programs. Are there some misunderstandings or misconceptions that people have about the pre-qualification process?
You know, they do. So I have a lot of people who think they have to come in with 20% down, even if they're a first-time home buyer. And it's really not. We have an FHA loan that's about 3.5% down. You are more than welcome to put more down if you'd like, and some people do, depending if they're trying to stay between a payment. We have a MFA down payment assistance programs, and they have different opportunities for assistance if you have little to no down payment at all.
So there are lots of programs that are
Absolutely.
available.
I think one,
Sure.
I want to just interject, one that's probably popular because of our population is the USDA.
Yes,
We
it
can
is.
do that in Artesia, where I don't believe Roswell can because of population. And if you fit in the income guidelines, I mean, there's different variables to that, how many people are in your family, but you can have absolutely nothing down.
Well, that's me. No. But there's probably a lot of people because they're probably paying rent.
Right.
And it may be a perfectly fine rental property, or it may be something that I'd sure like to do this, but I can't,
Right.
because I'm in a rental, or maybe they've got a new baby coming or something like that, and so they
He points at me. I'm all no.
so there's a lot of different reasons why people may want to consider purchasing a home as opposed to staying in a rental
Of course.
situation or staying at home.
Of course, I think owning your home is such a blessing, and I know it can be scary. I was a first-time home buyer at some point in my life, and it can be scary just calling somebody, or you have so many questions. And I think that's also what's nice about having local lenders, that you can walk into their office, you can text them, you can call them, you can email them 24/7. You may run into them at the store, or, at games or something, and you can ask them your questions. And no question is a dumb question. Absolutely not. Because, you have a valid reason on why you're asking that, and it's your first home or it's your second, and you're still going to have questions, and it's normal. And don't ever, I want to let people know, don't ever feel like asking is a bad thing, because it's not.
Sure. Where are interest rates right now? What are you seeing with that?
Yeah, so they're fluctuating, every program is different. It does go by credit score, debt to income. I'm looking around maybe 5.5 up to 7, just depending on what type of property and, of course, what your credit score is in the
Sure.
loan program.
Yeah, and as we're doing this show, it's September 15th, so if you go back and watch this in a week or two, it could be a totally different number.
Absolutely.
It really kind of changes from week to week. So, but you mentioned a couple things. You mentioned the debt to
income?
Debt to income. What's a good target for somebody to get? Because you may have somebody that comes in and they really have a price point that they want to spend on a house, but their debt to income ratio is not quite right, and so obviously they've got to take some actions to try
Yeah.
to improve that. So what are some targets that people need to consider
Yeah, so
to optimize their opportunity?
Yeah, so a lot of programs do have different requirements, so it's a little bit different. There is that MFA down payment assistance program. They can allow up to 50% of your debt to income in order to qualify for that program.
And that's all debt, like credit card debt?
So we don't do balances of what all the debt is. It's your monthly payments,
Okay.
including the mortgage payment that you are going to be receiving, and we just use that and divide it by your gross monthly income, and that's how we get your debt to income pretty much. And yeah, so MFA allows up to 50%. There are others that only go up to maybe 45, 43%, and it's just a little bit different. And there are some circumstances where if your credit score is great, it may allow a little bit more, but it just depends on the program.
Yeah. So, and because sometimes you get somebody in and they say, well, I want to spend this, and they're not
Yeah.
quite where they need to be, and so you give advice and some things to
Absolutely.
help them out.
Yes, they just go in there, we go ahead and pull credit, and sometimes have the borrowers may have the income, and they're like, oh, I can pay that off, and then their debt to income is down, and they're good to go.
Yeah. Well, let me ask Holly and Theresa this: how beneficial is it to be pre-qualified when you start this whole process if somebody wants to buy a home?
It's very beneficial. I think it's great. It makes our job a lot easier, because if you go in and talk to Tina or any other lender that you prefer to work with, they will be able, if you say, I want to buy a house, it's $300,000, they can tell you, yes, you qualify for that, or you qualify for more, or you don't meet that, you only qualify for 280, or whatever it may be. And that gives us parameters of a budget to keep in mind when looking for a house, because we don't want to go and show you, a $350,000 home and you love it and that's your dream house and you can't wait to get it, and then you only qualify for 300, and then you can't get that house, and now you're discouraged, and you don't want to do it. Your heart's broken. You'll never find a house like that again, and we don't want to, for lack of a better word, set you up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to set you up for any type of disappointment or anything like that. So by being pre-qualified, that gives us the parameters, and it gives you the comfort of knowing that you will be able to purchase whatever homes we're looking at. So
Excellent. I think
and
it's a great
also
idea.
in situations where there may be a hot house and there's multiple offers, if you bring your buyer in with a pre-qualification letter with that offer, I think that speaks volumes to that seller and that other agent, that maybe one of those other offers don't have that with them.
It might
So
move you up the list a
yes,
little
you're
bit.
taken more
Makes them-
seriously
Yeah.
because you've done your due diligence.
Right, and where someone else, and depending on how anxious the seller is to move the property, that can well, I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
I need somebody now that, and so the pre-qualification can really help out. So, does your bank charge for pre-qualification or any of that part of the consulting process?
Nope, we do not. You just come in, apply, and then everything is just part of your closing cost at the time of closing, but we do not require anything up front.
Excellent, excellent. Was there anything else that you wanted to mention about what you help folks with?
Just don't be afraid. Don't hold back. You don't know if you don't try. So just give me a call. We can try it out. The worst thing is what we can do is tell you no, but I can help you tell you, okay, but if you do this, we probably could get there at some point in time. So don't be discouraged, and just give me a call, give me a text, message me, and we can get something started.
Excellent, excellent. Well, shall we move to the listings of the week? Do we want to go to that part next?
Sure.
All right. Which one, Jeffrey? We'll see what Jeffrey puts up first. We gave him the addresses, and so we'll see which one he picks to do first. If you're watching online, it's going to be on screen, and it looks like.
Well, that's me.
Okay.
That's 2303 Sierra Vista. That home is a beautiful home. It was built in 1985. It's about 3,420 square foot, and it's got 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. The fun part of this house, too, it's an entertaining home. It's open. There's a big, what we call a fun room. It's all brick flooring and planters, but it leads out to a pool. So this home includes a pool that's recently been completely redone.
Mm-hmm.
It's heated. It goes to 6 foot. It's located in a great neighborhood, quiet neighborhood, very established neighborhood. But it's ready to go. It's listed at $510,000. We would love to show it to you. We welcome all offers. My seller is relocating to be closer to her family, and
So that's why it's on the market.
that's why it's on the market. Tip-top shape, ready to go.
Excellent. All right, Jeffrey, wow us with number 2, if you would, please. And there you go.
Oh, I didn't know that one was coming up today. That one is my new listing at 2805 Beretta. So it's in the new subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful French Brothers home.
Okay.
It was built in 2019. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. It has front and back landscaping, beautiful open concept. The seller is actually getting relocated. So he works for Flexi and is getting relocated with his family. So they are selling their home so that they can move on to their next home at their next location.
The open kitchen with the
Beautiful breakfast bar.
Breakfast bar
I
looks
love
really
that.
nice. Yeah, that in a big pantry.
Huge pantry, 3 full-size bathrooms too. So, and it's it's a split floor plan, but when you walk in, there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and then the master suite has the ensuite, and then on the opposite side is a 4th bedroom with its own bathroom. So, it's great for kids up front, parents, and then like a guest room, or an office where you have your restroom right there. So it's a great property.
Pretty nice.
Yes.
It looks beautiful. Like I said, if you're watching online, we're doing the slideshow of the pictures from the listing. What is that one listed at?
That one is listed at $425,500.
Okay. Very specific number.
I get $425,500.
I like that. And 39 cents. Somebody's got to throw
That's
39
right.
cents in there for that. Looks like a real nice landscape backyard. That's the
Yes.
backyard we're looking at there.
Yes, they did do the backyard. That wasn't completed when they purchased the home, so they went in and rocked it and put sprinkler systems, and it's beautiful, lush grass. Because I asked them, "Is that real?" They're all, "It's real." Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and it looks like, I'm not sure which direction the back patio is facing, but it looks like either you get a real nice sunrise or sunset, so
Yeah.
it's facing
It
south.
faces JC Park, so you have the perfect view for 4th of July.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Entertaining for the fireworks display.
And the
So-
covered patio, you could grill, have everyone out there.
Sold.
Tina's buying it, y'all.
Well, why not? you know?
Right?
Can you pre-qualify yourself? Is that even legal?
That is not. But I know someone, so it's okay.
I was going to say, you might run into some issues with that.
Yeah.
Well, that is fantastic. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about today?
No, we just would like to help anyone that's looking for a home. We have a staff of 9 with 2 new ones coming on board to make us 11. We have a rental section if you need a rental. We're all there to help you, and just come see us.
Very good. Tina Valdez from First American Bank, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You work out of the Artesia,
I do.
the big building over here?
I do.
Are you like on the first floor or second floor?
I am. I'm right on the first floor, and I can also do anywhere else. I can do Roswell, Carlsbad. We do 2 Texas as well. So if you're wanting a second home in there, Ruidoso, anywhere, just let me know.
I'll take a first home in Ruidoso. Yeah.
Right? Me too.
It'd be kind of nice. And of course, Holly, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Were you surprised that was the listing they picked?
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be that listing or another one that I have out on Haldeman, so I was unsure which was going to pop up because I mentioned both.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm just going off an email
that's
I
all
got.
right.
so-
I'm good with that. At least I know what I'm doing.
Well, that wasn't the purpose of surprising
I'm
you.
still prepared. See, always prepared.
There you go. And Teresa, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
in
for having us.
today, and we'll see you here in a few weeks. So,
Thank you.
all right, we'll get this posted up online if you want to go back and watch or listen to it again. But as always, if you have any questions, what's the website? It's Lois Oliver Real Estate.com, and that's where all your listings are and the MLS listings, and of course you can see Tina at First American Bank. So,
Yes.
all right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.